Welcome to today's episode of AECC Thoughtcast, where we bring you the insights from the global education leaders who are shaping the global education landscape. Today, we are thrilled to have incredibly dynamic Mr. Karan Salgotra, who is the business manager development for the South Asia Niagara College. Mr. Salgotra is here to share the valuable insights on navigating the future for the international students at Niagara College and beyond. From discussing the impact of recent IRCC updates to explore how Niagara College is preparing students for future jobs, this episode is packed with actionable advice and inspiring stories. So grab a cup of coffee, settle it, and get ready for the world of education information from Mr. Salgotra. Thank you so much, Karan, for coming to our episode. Really nice to meet you today.
Thank you, Ankit. Thank you for having me. I was actually really looking forward to be on this podcast. I've seen the other ones and truly amazing what you guys have been doing in past many years, making sure getting students to the right programs and right choices. But doing it in this format is amazing. The awareness, that's what we do as an institution and as partners. We create awareness. And again, thank you so much for having me. And thank you, AECC team, for always being a step ahead in doing things and bringing these creative models together.
Great. So that's what we at ACC also thinks, to provide the expert advice to the students. They should not just scroll down on multiple reels which are offering uh, stupid things actually, which are coming from the influencer maybe. So yeah, so that's how we prepare ourselves to bring experts like you who can share the valuable insights and let the student decide and prepare for Canada. So thanks again. Okay, so I'll start with my first question, which is really relevant in today's scenario. With all the new PGWP updates coming from the IRCC, which was required from long time, what according to you are still the key benefits a student should look into when they choose to study in Canada?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. You said it. You said it the best way. Lots of changes. I think lots of changes, an understatement. There is tons and tons of changes coming in this sector, and most of these changes are great. It's great for the student. I personally think the overall sentiment towards the changes does not change the mindset what a student needed to consider choosing Canada as a destination or choosing college and choosing university. It should have been the same, but maybe hopefully now the prospect students, the future students are more leaning towards learning about how this process is going to look like. So couple things. First, and the most important one, choosing the right program. And I have always said that students should pick the program according to what sector and which area they want to build a career in, and then do tons and tons of research about which programs will offer them the best pathway to that career. The ones they start narrowing down, it's like peeling layers. You have to start taking the layers. You have to understand the top goal, and you take a layer off, and then you learn about the area, and then you learn about the city, and then you learn about the college, then you learn about the program, and that's you really narrow down your options. So students really do need to involve themselves a lot in the research process. It's a very great system. They have it in India and South Asian countries, that you would have very highly skilled and knowledgeable counselors who can help them do that. But still, they need to get a little bit more involved in the process of research and picking the program. So picking the good, right program is one of them. The other one is actually more than ever it's needed now. The student should be part of this whole application process.
Right.
Either it's from getting the LOA till getting the visa, and closely monitor and work with your agent and counselor to make sure that the final submission, when it's done, they are very well satisfied with it.
Absolutely.
Either it's finances, either it's the application, either it's as simple as form, everything. They need to make sure from A to Z that they have reviewed all the documents submitted, they are themselves satisfied with it, and they make sure that this gets the message across. Writing a very good statement of purpose, making sure it actually delivers the message that why am I choosing this college over the other college, why I'm choosing this location over the other location. They really need to show their passion and how all this actually helps them get to the point where they want to be. And this is all is going to be very very important steps the students would need to take, especially in this time, as the systems have changed, the process are a little bit more closely monitored, and actually gives students a lot more empowerment, a lot more control over their the future decision they're about to make. So I would say, yeah, keep students need to focus on these few things, and the process have not changed much. Just some rules and regulations. So continue what they were doing, continue what they're planning, closely monitor things, and hopefully the best outcome will come.
Okay, great. So I think you meant to say this is the best time, like, they should start thinking
Absolutely.
and apply right now.
Absolutely.
Great. My another question would be, what kind of a perception, like, we have seen a lot of perception from different stakeholders. So what kind of a perception our colleges want to show towards the international students?
Again, all these years and even till now, Canada and colleges remain very open and very welcoming to all our international students. We value each and our students' involvement on an individual basis. We are in no place to generalize anybody. Each and every student is equally important to us. Each and every student bring an amazing value to our institution, but not just the institution, to that city they study in, to that province they become a part of, to the economy they become part of, the communities they build. So they're truly valuable for us, and the type of perception we want to create for students, that we remain very welcoming to you. And at any point you start to feel that these things are turbulent and these changes are confusing you, and this is for everybody, our existing student, our students who are planning to join Niagara College or any other college, that we will support you and we will help you through and through these scenarios. And that's what we continue to do. All the changes which are coming, we know it's tough for students to manage and understand all these changes. We ensure and we make sure that we go above and beyond, welcoming any student who need clarity, who need help, to our offices any day of the week, anytime, whenever they are free, that come to us, ask us question, we will help you navigating through changes. So we do it through our amazing student services we offer, but
Right.
mostly we do it through the student-centric approach we have, that we truly just believe in student success, and that is our center of decision making for everything.
Absolutely. I know, like, colleges in Canada, particularly Niagara College, has been really supportive to all the students who are
Yeah.
currently studying and, which plans to study in future. So coming to the Niagara College, I know there are two modern campuses located in Ontario, a very strategic location, I must say. So could you just brief or, like, tell the audience how does this location will benefit an international student,
Yeah.
which will start their studying in upcoming year?
Absolutely. So, as you know, Niagara College is located in south of Ontario. We have two amazing campuses. One in city of Niagara-on-the-Lake, we call it the Daniel J. Patterson campus. The other one is our main campus, is in city of Welland, which is we call it the Welland campus. Both are in region of Niagara. Everybody heard the world famous Niagara Falls. That's in our backyard. Welcome 14 million tourists every year. So it's a very busy city, but it has this calmness nature to it. We're about an hour 20 minutes away from Ontario, and it just happened to be right now, it probably is one of the most interesting destination to be. If I would have to point key out exactly what would make our institution and our location strategically very well, we work very close to our employers locally. Our student, international student, grads and student involved in economic region a lot with the job opportunities. But other thing happened to be is cost of living. Our cost of living is 20 to 25% lower than Toronto and Vancouver area. And that being said, right now with the cost of living comparative to the world, every dollar count. And to make the dollar last longer, it is a very important topic for our students. Part-time, even though part-time job hours have increased and gone to 24-hour,
Right.
but the focus on education is needed, and all programs are different. So not every student will be able to take out 24 hours a week to actually work, right? Sometimes their involvement in the programs is quite a lot. So it actually gives them a little bit upper hand that their dollar lasts longer, their renting is slightly cheaper than compared to Toronto. So does the other thing. So when you put it all together, it actually benefits the students that they're not stressing about finances, which they shouldn't, and they can just continuously focus on their classes, on their studies. The region also offers amazing culture and art and music. So it's a perfect balance of a busyness of a big city, but the calmness of a small city, and then you get to really enjoy the nature, you get to really enjoy the city and the community. It's the most welcoming community, and coming from an international student myself, right? I was born and brought up in Delhi. I moved to city of Welland, right,
Right.
to a completely unknown town before before I even thought about thinking of Canada. Even after I picked the college, that's when I learned about the city. I never knew there was a city of Welland existed anywhere. Um, but I learned about it, and it just turned out to be the most welcoming community, and that's my home for last 10 years. I decided not to leave because of how well that area is, and its close proximity to everything big.
Absolutely. So, I believe, like, Niagara is one of the region where you rightly mentioned it has the calmness of the nature.
Yeah.
They have, beautiful vineyards, I must
Yes.
say,
Yes.
and closeness to the Niagara Fall, which
Niagara
is like
Falls.
world
Yeah.
famous. This gives an opportunity to students to engage themselves in the part-time opportunities
Yes.
also, where the tourist comes and they
Yeah.
can have those kind of an opportunity.
Absolutely.
So rightly said, the cost effectiveness is there at
Hmm.
Niagara College. So moving ahead, I have a question related to the programs
Yeah.
offering at Niagara College. So
Yeah.
what, according to you, are some of the standout programs which an international student should choose at Niagara College?
Yeah. Well, we took a lot of pride in ourselves to being trailblazing in some of the few programs developed, which are only offered at Niagara College. Commercial cannabis used to be the one. Like we still offer it. Distillery, our distilling program, our brewery program. So these are some of the very amazing trailblazing program which we offer, and we were first one to do it. And in currently alignment with PGWP, yes or no, we still continue to offer these amazing programs. So it truly, really is a question for a student, then what is the level of their interest and what is their long-term planning of this? Because we meet students on a regular basis who truly just want a great education and like a skill in that particular sector. So we met students who have amazing history and amazing career in a different field like journalism, and later they truly wanted to become a chef, so they
Mhm.
joined our culinary school. Having the best school, food and wine institute and a culinary institute, it just helps it, right? We are
Right.
right next to Niagara Falls, and we have the best teachers, we have the best chefs. Same thing for our distilling program, same thing for our trades program, right? We work very closely with the sector. Our automotive program, our carpentry program, our welding program, our computer programming program, all these programs offer state of art facilities, preparing students right away for the workforce. Something we say at college: you can graduate on a Friday and start working on
Working
Monday.
on a Monday.
We can only do this when we actually apply the learning model to our classrooms. So with that being said, I still think some of our amazing programs, like I said, distilling program, our program like commercial cannabis, our computer programming program, our advanced manufacturing, our social media management program is an absolute amazing program. Students have found some great values. We have graduates who have started their own businesses and now actually helping a lot of local Niagara businesses to
Wow.
grow their online presence. So there are some amazing programs students can enroll themselves in, and tons and tons of other programs. We used to offer more than 130 programs. We have a little bit over 40 postgrad work permit aligned program. So there's a lot to choose from, but always go to my first point: strategically choose your program where you want to build career, and most likely we offer a program in that sector.
Absolutely. So you yourself been, like, in Canada for more than 10 years.
Yeah.
So you have seen a great transition, like, from an international student to now being, like, a representative who is supporting and promoting Niagara College across the world. So what, according to you, have been the sectors which were growing previously
Yeah.
when you were there, and what do you see, like, which will grow
Yeah.
in upcoming years?
Yeah.
And also the IRCC is also working and align the programs with the
Yes.
institutions,
Yes.
and encouraging students to choose those programs. So
Yes.
what sectors you would you like to give a glance
Yeah.
to everybody here?
That's a great point. I expected this to come up. I know AACC do their homework and do their analysis. This is a great question.
Right.
For me, I think Canada has taken this perfect, beautiful stance on making sure that every international student who's coming to Canada gets a opportunity to study in a program where they will have job opportunity. I think the sectors they have picked, the agriculture, the skills trade, healthcare, these are going to be the most in demand careers in next few years. And the very basic reason of that being, Canada is in a infrastructure build mode, right? We have welcomed many newcomers to Canada, and we were happy to do so. And now we are going to build infrastructure. We are going to build jobs. We are going to build the country again to be able to continue to welcome many new immigrants, but also to cater the needs of everybody who's there. So in an economy which is going to build a lot of new things in coming year, these jobs are going to be very important. And what's going to happen is our graduates are going to be filling those jobs. Our graduates will be working in those sectors. So aligned with the IRCC change, I think the trades, the healthcare, the agriculture and manufacturing, everything, these are going to be in demand careers for next 4, 5, 10 years.
Absolutely, I agree with you, because we have, like, learning a lot of data which is coming. So they are aligning such programs which they need in the future. So coming to the next question, like, whenever there is new announcement coming from the government or from the immigration team in Canada, every college needs to align their infra, or like, their staff or their team in the college. So how does Niagara College ensure its programs are aligned, or like, whatever you are teaching to the students will help them?
Yes. I got to give a lot of credits to our faculty, our deans, our associate deans, who continuously are engaging with the employers. They're continuously engaging with the region. They're continuously engaging with the economic development areas. They're having this ongoing dialogue for many years, where they continue to learn about where the need is going to be and how they can develop a program which actually not just helps face the need right now, but what would be the trend in 2, 3, 4, 5 years right now. It's a very interesting conversation I was having from the dean of School of Hospitality, Craig, and he was actually showing me these very amazing these Italian made smokers, commercial smokers we have got.
Oh.
And because one day I was walking through the hall and I was like, "I smell so great here, Craig, what is it?" And he said, this is just a brand new technology of smokers we have got from Italy. Our professor learned about it because the smoked meat industry and the sector is actually growing, and there's more and more need of graduates who learn about this while they're studying. So these are the kind of things our faculty and our teams are doing to ensure that the technology in the classroom is up to date. The programs which we are teaching to the students are going to be in demand for next many years, and we continue to engage with local employers. We continue to this dialogue with from the lowest level to the highest level, that where is the need, and that actually really drives the program development model at college, and we continue to do so. And even right now, like we talked about postgrad work permit alignment, we continue to also advocate for certain programs where we think that they are going to be in a need of career and they're going to be need in demand careers, that hey, we would like to have this also added on, and we continue to do that. So and this is not going to stop, and this is the model we always had at the college for at every level, and that's why we had many successful grads and many programs which were loved by students.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you on this. Niagara College also has a reputation of being welcoming to international students. You have already mentioned you have an amazing student service cell which is supporting the student.
Yeah.
Can you also tell the audience, like, how does Niagara College support a student who is landing at, like, Toronto Pearson,
Yeah.
and starting his journey
Yeah.
in a new country, in a new college? How does it help the student to come to Niagara College?
From a very beginning, from the moment they're going to step out that exit door, they'll find a smiling face, which is most likely one of our airport partners who are having their airport welcome booth with a big Niagara College sign and welcoming them to Canada, making sure they get to make a phone call at home telling their parents, hey, I have arrived safely. Right. Then taking them to their pre-arranged car, which is going to take them to their residence. Either it's a homestay, either it's a rental, and then making sure right after that, next couple of days, they're attending their orientation. Then 2 days long, very interesting, very engaging orientation, which actually teach them about their life in Canada, but also what things they are going to need for next 2-3 years. They need they need their online presence setup. They need their college email. They need their timetable. What immigration advice and what immigration information they need to follow. All that kind of stuff from the very beginning. So we continue to do so. And the reason we do, like I said, we have a very student-centric approach. We want to make sure the students are aware of all the service Niagara College offer from very beginning. And you had mentioned when students actually arrive in Canada, we actually take it a step even further. Our preparation to students actually starts pretty much right away when we know the students have got their visa or they're definitely coming. We would start sending out communication on how they can select their timetable, how they can start engaging through the at the college community through the NC Engage app or many other format. And then just before they're flying, probably like 4 or 5 weeks they're flying, we'll do a pre-departure. We do it in virtual format if the students cannot make it in person, but we also make sure we do in-person pre-departures. We have been doing it every semester for past many years in India, in Nepal, in all different parts of the world, that we would come to Delhi, we'll go to Chandigarh, we'll go to Amritsar, we'll go to Vadodara, we'll go to Ahmedabad, we'll go to Kochi, we'll go to Mumbai. We bring faculty with us. We bring staff who's going to see these students. And what's the most important thing is that student find a familiar face when they land in Canada. So imagine you met your faculty or a staff member in Canada, but in India. So you have that sense of feeling and calmness. And we love doing this. And this is the greatest thing we offer. Our VP International, Sean Cood, has really built international for for 30 years being part of Niagara College. But one of the things you always say is that faculty and students, when they get to see each other and they see each other from overseas, actually bring calmness to the student, but also bring a sense of belonging and a feeling of home. With all these efforts, what we try to do is create a soft landing for a student. Right. Moving to a different country is challenging. Weather, transportation, language, there's lots and lots of challenge. Education is one piece, but you have taken your whole life, packed in a bag, and moved away from the comfort, away from the family. And what they need the most is a soft landing. They need to know that there are going to be people who are going to help them throughout this journey. And that's what we try to do. So we try to make students aware of all the services we offer, which is available for them at no cost at the college. So they may need it in third week, in fourth week, in last semester, or in second semester, but as long as they know it's there for them. So if it's library services, if it's athletic services, recreation services, sports, immigration, advisory, planning their curriculum, planning their graduation, getting a job, finding a job, how to apply for a job, all that kind of stuff. And all these things focuses on creating a support system. And that's what we do at college. And that's what we do the best, especially at Niagara College.
Absolutely. So I totally believe on the philosophy your team has, like, supporting the student right from the beginning when they are in the home country. So coming to the next question, one of the important question or a topic which everybody talks about is the part-time job opportunities. As an international student, when they go and study abroad, they look forward to engage themselves, not only just to earn themselves, but to getting into a culture which belongs to that country. So how easy is there in Niagara region to secure a part-time job? And can you give us some example of what kind of a part-time job opportunity student engage themselves?
So I'll answer the second question first.
Right.
A lot of our students work in service sector, retail sector, hospitality sector. A lot of students are working in tons and tons of local Niagara businesses. Actually, anywhere you can go in Niagara, you can either find a student or a graduate working there. So there's no place you can go you will not find a Niagara College stamp there, or a Niagara College, a student actually being either managing that operation or just starting in that position as well. So yeah, lots of service and retail sector jobs. I'm gonna go back to your first part of that question, as that where the students are finding a job. Actually, this whole finding a job is step 2. The step 1 is preparing a student to a Canadian job experience, and how does finding a job in Canada means, like how does it work, right? We understand that here you have to prepare a CV, you have to do all that. It's very interesting things you have to do in Canada. Like, you don't have to put your picture on your CV, right? We call it a resume. You don't even have to actually put your real first name. You can put the name where you like to be called with, right? Of course, you put your last name, but let's say if my name is Karan and I go by name Robbie, and I say, okay, Robbie Silgotra, right? Because that's what you like to be called. You don't put your gender, you don't put your date of birth. There's a lot of those things. you just don't know. A new student just don't know these things, right?
Right.
Resume should not be longer than one page, right? It
Mm.
has to be key points of what message you need to get across. And what we do at college is our career services team engage with students, helping them creating their resumes, doing mock interviews, teaching them how to find the job, how to apply the job, how to follow up on the jobs, right?
Right.
Things like that. So this is all the step one. Step two is actually getting the job, engaging in the job. And like I said, because our region is very connected, you could be living in Welland, working in Welland, or you can be living in Niagara Falls and studying in Welland. It's all connected through this amazing public transportation
Yeah.
system. So it gives students access to not just the city they're studying in or living in, it actually gives them access to be anywhere they want. During the peak season of tourism, our students have lots and lots of job opportunities in Niagara Falls because of the tourism and everything, and the business being booming so much in past couple of years. But even in downtimes, when it's wintertime, when there's not
Yeah.
a lot of tourism, students who have secured job at maybe Niagara outlets or the other retail sector and other service sector, they continue to work in those areas throughout the year. So the mindset shift what's needed, that it might take some time. It might take a week, two, a month, or maybe a little bit longer.
Mm.
The first priority for students to get customized to the area, get familiar with the transportation system, get familiar with
Requirement.
the language.
Yeah.
Exactly. Get your resume ready, get your cover letter ready, learn how to apply for the job, start applying for the job. It is a slow process. It might feel a little bit more slower, but it is a slow process because you want to be in a job where you can execute the role very well. You can learn a skill or two, or you can apply a skill or two, but you can also manage your classes. You can also manage your homework. You can also manage all the external stuff you're doing. And the best thing what we do at Niagara College, we create lots and lots and lots of on-campus job opportunities for students.
Mm.
Just myself, I hired 2 to 3 students every semester to do social media content, all the other back-end stuff, and every division does that. So we have student employment in our cafeterias, in our gym, in our library, in our international office. I actually started at Niagara College back in 2014 as a student assistant, as an on-campus job opportunity with international. So my linkage with international goes way back, even
Way
when I
back.
was a student.
Yeah.
And we do it every term. We hire 10 to 20 students from all different language background, and they're our front of our house. They ensure that when the students who come in stressful time, they have somebody in that who speaks the same language, can help them triage that stuff and help them navigate the challenge and make sure they get connected to the right people. So as per the job sector, tons of on-campus job opportunity, tons of part-time job opportunities, but first thing first is prepare yourself to get you to that job.
I think that's an amazing tip coming from Karan, who himself has been an international student and spent more than 10 years in Canada. So prepare yourself first, like, get customized in the new culture, speak out in your, sessions, speak out to the international team which is available in the college, and things will follow up
Yeah.
definitely. Moving ahead, my next question would be regarding the scholarship. So
Yeah.
every international student looks forward to the scholarships opportunities
Yeah.
by any university or college. So what kind of opportunities are available at Niagara
Absolutely.
College?
So we have tons and tons of scholarships we offer to students. There are tons of variation in it. Some are based on academics, some are based on performance, some are based on engagement, volunteering. We are actually now looking into our scholarship model, and we are making it a little bit more concise, a little bit more cleaner. And we are also adding a lot of entrance scholarship, which are going to be
Mm.
applicable. Actually, you guys are hearing it first. They're going to be applicable for a lot of our South Asia students. We have recognized the challenge right now with the cost of living
Right.
overseas and like all over the world with this change and the dollar value and everything changing pretty much every day with the economic changes in the world, that we recognize as price point something might be a thing students would look into. Niagara College has taken a strong stance on it. We've been continuously offering lots and lots of entrance level scholarship globally, and we are looking at some new standardized entrance level scholarship for the student. So this is applicable for both our prospect students, our current students, who will continue to benefit from it. We'll make our scholarship model a little bit more concise for students, for easy navigating and easy application process. And this is something we love. we love giving scholarship to Niagara College to all deserving students, right? We have done it for many, many years. We spend, there are few places we spend a lot of money. We spend a lot of money in scholarship, and but we spend a lot of money on building our infrastructure, making our classroom better, making our services, making our gym, making our hallway, all that experience better as well. So scholarship also has been a key part of it, and we continue to help. So keep an eye on our website, keep an eye on the updates coming with Niagara College. Some new interesting stuff is coming, but also take a look at what we offer, because we offer a ton.
Absolutely. So that is a place to look out. Like, you can simply search Niagara
Yeah,
College Canada scholarship, and you'll find the list of scholarships available with Niagara College. Plus, you can definitely reach out to AECC counselor
yeah,
and get in-depth detail about Niagara College scholarships. So moving ahead, one of the amazing thing which I found on your website only when I was doing some research on the questions which I should be asking you was Be World Ready program. So
yes,
Niagara College is doing something Be World Ready program.
yes,
Uh, could you
yeah,
just tell us all about, like, what is the offering for the students?
absolutely, absolutely. One of the amazing program we offer at Niagara College. This is our outbound mobility program. Uh, it's, you can call it a program. I feel that it's more of an experience which you'll never forget. And
Right.
I feel like every student should at least once look into it and learn about it throughout their time at Niagara College. So what does this program do? We have an amazing team at International which manages this program, and they create this amazing culturally diverse and learning experiences of travel. So students getting to travel in different part of the world, either it's part of a semester exchange, a volunteering opportunity, a overseas job opportunity. It could be an international field study trip. It could be a 1 week, it could be a semester. So all these kind of things are get offered by our Be World Ready program, and it could be part of your program. So it could be students from winemaking program traveling to Georgia, learn about the traditional winemaking processes, or it could be students, it could be open for all students going to Chicago on architectural tours, or going to New York, or going to Germany. They create tours all over the globe. So our
Amazing.
students are going to Europe, Southeast Asia, South Asia. They're going to Latin America, all different places. A lot of our international field study trip actually occur during the midterm break. So we do a 7-1-7 model. So students study 7 weeks. They have 1 week of midterm break, and they're studying back in 7 weeks. And in the 1 week of midterm break they can get to this opportunity of travel. Now, the best thing about it is there's tons and tons of grants available as well. And when you're traveling with the group, also our team at B will already make sure our students get the best deal possible. So the cost to them is not a lot, but the real value for the student is a culturally learning experience,
Right.
traveling with like-minded people, or also people in the similar sector. And then when they're on ground, they get very busy doing things. They get very busy engaging in these activities, which are learning activities. And truly the greatest value comes from a learning model comes from traveling, right? So it's an
Absolutely.
amazing thing, and it actually really makes their resume very strong. I have
Hmm.
found that a student who have done one of these trips and one of these exchanges actually comes out to be a very confident individual when they actually talk about their experiences post graduation, and they'll always talk about this as a highlight of their college experience. So it's amazing program offered by Niagara College. And yeah, if you are a student who is either a current student or prospect student who always wanted to do one of these exchange trips, here's your chance. We can make it possible pretty much every semester if you would like, at Niagara College.
Amazing. Rightly said, like, travel makes you a better person.
Yes,
You get more experience, and why not with Niagara College when you are
absolutely,
studying there, actually?
absolutely.
One of my last question would be, we have mentioned Karan has been himself as an international student.
Yeah.
So we would like to ask some questions, or maybe, like, his experience, what changes he has seen from the last a decade, and what advice he want to give it to the current student, considering lot of noise which is happening all across. What should be the focus of the international student who would like to study in Canada for the future intakes?
Yeah.
Over to you, Karan.
Yeah. So that's a great question. Gotta go back in the memory lane for that one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
One of the thing I can say, Ankit, is every couple of years we have heard about some changes coming. Even at my time, when I was a student, I remember the first year you were a student, you cannot work, no work permit.
Oh,
So you had to solely rely on GIC. So you had to really do a good money management back in the day. So yeah, that was a rule in 2013. I think it stayed till 2015, and then after that, you were permitted to work with the study permit. Back in the day, you actually have to apply for a work permit
separately.
even separately after 1 year, and you have to make sure you have passed you have a good academic standing
Oh,
both your semesters to be able to apply for it, right? And every couple of years there have been some changes. So today we are seeing this all IRCC changes, but doesn't mean it were in past. There are always some
hmm.
kind of changes. I think every group of students who have gone globally from every 2 to 3 years have experienced these changes. We've seen the changes in model in PR pathways. We have changes in model in study permit, on work permits are set up. We have seen in model how some of the programs are being deemed, and the changes are always been there. One of the biggest thing I can tell a student is the greatest experience you can have in Canada is the first few foundation years you're going to have at your college, right? If you're studying in a 1 year program, you're studying in a 2 year program, a 4 year degree, a 3 year advanced diploma, those years are going to be the building block of what your next 5, 10, 20, 30 years or a lifetime in Canada is going to look like. I'm a living example of it. I still believe that my experience at Niagara College, it really built me what I am. And this is going to be applicable of any institution you join. All public institutions in Ontario offer some of the amazing programs, some of the amazing services. But those times are very important. What you need to do is the secret sauce of success, or the secret sauce of actually being able to come in out and really having a maximized experience, is to show up.
Hmm.
Show up for your classes, show up for your orientation, show up for the activities, show up for your friends, show up for the volunteering opportunity. Be curious, remain curious. I think curiosity will bring the best out of you. It's a new world, it's a new country, it's a big change. And trust me, you will find there that so many people want you to succeed and want you to experience these things, and they're creating these amazing experiences for you to join and to learn and have fun. And don't forget having fun. This is an amazing journey.
Right.
Your parents have literally, given away their child to go to a country and embark on this amazing journey all by themselves. That's a lot of trust, and our communities are different. We are close.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
taking that step, and why won't you want to do it while having fun? Have a lot of fun. Be curious. Know that people are going there to support you. You have to show up. We will make sure that everything is there for you, but you have to do the work. We'll make sure all the information you need is there, or the pathway is there, but you have to action it. I have seen semester after semester students who have met before they started, they were very shy, and suddenly how they build their confidence and how they become a very amazing individual after actually just being present for themselves. You don't have to compete for anybody. You just have to be a little better version of yourself every day, and that's it.
True.
You're already way above many people, so there's no competition. And yeah, just be curious. Stay very curious. You want to be out there, you want to engage, you want to show up, and really focus on maximizing your student experience. There's a lot more to a student experience for an international student beyond classes. And institutions recognize it, and they want you to be more engaged beyond classes. Of course, when you are doing all that, you actually get to focus on your classes, on your program, on the things which you're originally passionate for. So yeah, these would be my tips as an ex-international students and somebody now who has an honor and privilege to work and help many students navigate some of these pathways, and hopefully they get to do the same for others. So we kind of just keep passing on the baton.
Absolutely. So just to summarize, like, as an international student, or like, as an aspiring student, you need to take the first step.
Yeah.
Then AECC and Niagara College is there to,
Absolutely.
like, fulfill your dream.
Absolutely.
So listen to our thoughtcast today and take the right step ahead to your journey in Canada. So thank you so much, Karan, for
Thank you.
spending your precious time during your trip to India and coming
Absolutely.
to our office for this podcast.
Absolutely.
We really encourage all the students to see this thing and visit Niagara College website also to see what are the programs available, what is the student experience for the other students who are currently studying there,
Yeah.
and amazing time we spent together. Thank you so much, Karan.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. AECC and Niagara College have a very long-standing partnership,
Right.
and it's just happened to be a partnership where we get to see each other quite a lot. Not too long ago, I met another of your team member in Canada, and it actually shows. One of the greatest thing I found about AECC that AECC is always there. It's there to advocate for its students. It's there to advocate for their staff. It's there to advocate for the changes. And then you guys have always continuously asking us to push our boundaries as you do so for yourself, and we truly value this partnership. And I truly encourage any student who's watching this right now that if you're thinking of choosing a study abroad consultancy or any destination, you do want to, even if you're shopping around, you do want to come to one of the AECC offices and talk to a counselor. uh, the level of professionalism and the level of knowledge they share is actually, you don't find very a lot around. And one of the greatest thing about this partnership is how much people at ACC know about Niagara College, because they have visited us. They have
Right.
seen our facilities. They have seen our campuses. They continue to do so. We highly encourage them to do so. And they can actually really tell you, even before I can see you, that how it feels to be in Niagara, at Niagara College. How does the facility look like? So that's the amazing part of this partnership, that our partners have seen where you will be studying. Our partners have experienced and looked at the classroom where you will be joining and succeeding. And it brings a great value to you. So again, thank you so much for having me today. Thank you for this partnership. Let's continue help many students make a right choice in their program and get them to our campuses. And we love every student who has been a current student, a graduate, a bit part of this experience. And we thank you, ACC, for continuing to do their best as always.
Thank you so much, Karan, for your time again, and so the kind words you have shared. We really enjoyed our partnership. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. As we wrap up this engaging conversation with Mr. Karan Salgotra, we hope you have gained valuable insights on how Niagara College can change you as an international student and how your success in Canada will help you be a global citizen. Thank you for joining in our session today. If you really liked our session and our conversation with Mr. Salgotra at Niagara College, please like and subscribe and stay tuned to AECC India YouTube page and other channels where you will get such insightful podcasts and thoughtcasts available and help you choose the right program, right institution, and the right destination. Thank you again for watching this space.